Hey everybody, welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger, inventor of a cord knotting and design tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All, and we have a fantastic show for you today. This is actually kind of cute. I called it the Ode to Lilly Chicken necklace. I mean, I originally was going to put, it's a really interesting story because I had this little drawer of pendants here, and I thought, which one should I put on the necklace? And one of the pendants was this this little chicken, this cute little chicken here. And I thought, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. That would be kind of silly. But then I started thinking about, I went on a trip to England a couple of years ago, and the Airbnb that we stayed at was really out in the country. I am not a very good travel agent, so I ended up booking this place that was 2 or 3 hours away from where we actually needed to go. Anyway, it was the best experience because the couple that owned this place, they had converted a farm, and in this farm were these exotic chickens. I mean, they had these really cool Sussex chickens, and I just, so it immediately reminded me of that. And I thought, it'd be kind of cool to just celebrate that chicken. And and I thought to myself, nah, that's kind of silly. But then my email dinged, and I got a submission from Ann in Arizona, and in that email, she said that her and her husband had eaten at El Pollo Loco. And I thought, okay, I'm supposed to do the chicken necklace. So that is what we have here. We have a very special birthday today. We have Rhonda in Colorado, and she is able to join us. So I want to wish Rhonda a very happy birthday. We are so glad to have you back because we know that it's been quite some time that you've been doing a good thing. You've been helping kids get into college. So, I'm so glad that you're able to make it back here on your birthday. And don't forget, Rhonda, it's your birthday month. So that means you have brilliant cash. I mean, I know that I do, and I don't know what I'm going to spend it on, but the time is ticking away because you only have maybe about a week or so. So check your JTV account because, you get $20 on your birthday. So, here are the brilliant cash perks. So, Rhonda, I thought I'd remind you that you do have those. And, the one thing that you could get, this cord, the repeat, it's on clearance for $18. So just a thought. And you could use, I think I'm going to use my brilliant cash on that. That would be a really good thing to use it on because I really like this cord. I mean, too bad they don't make big gigantic spools of it. Anyway, we are going to I'll show you the products that are on today's show, then we'll get to the customer show, and then we'll get to this interesting project because I've got a couple of little twists and turns that I'd like to share with you. What happened here? Okay. All right, so here are the products that are on today's show. Let's see what we got. Okay, so first, of course, my favorite product, and if you're watching and you don't have one of these boards, I mean, okay, the big board is $99.95, and it is extremely well made. There's so much instruction on my website that's available, and it's so cool because you can reconfigure the pins and the clips in so many different ways, and so you get a completely different techniques. And I teach tons of really cool variations, and the list goes on and on. And you get an instructional DVD and an ebook, and as well as a password to all the lessons I have on my website. And you get 5 with the large board because we have 2 sizes. We have the smaller one, which it's a travel, and I use both of them all the time. I mean, they, right now I have 3 of them going because I just love them so much. But on the big one, you get the 5 clips, 9 pegs, 3 needles. And those needles are really handy for the beautiful moose knot, 2 flip bobbins, and the 3 small marking clips, and a bag to keep your hardware in. And the only difference, here, the hardware configuration is a little bit different on the smaller board. But, both of them, this one features the bead and ring size chart, which comes in really handy. Because a lot of times I need to, I'm not sure what size something is. I don't know why. As much as I make jewelry, I seem to get lost in the 7 to 9 millimeter range. Because to me, they kind of sort of all look the same size, but they're not. And so they're fantastic tools. They're professional grade. They're very well made. The rulers are in inches and centimeters. I mean, I love it. And I think you will like it too. And then the next product is the Family Love Spacer Bead in Antique Silver Tone. And down at the bottom, you can see the 3 different patterns that you get. In the I like them all, but the large hole, like I guess there's like a rondelle. Those are really handy to have like in your stash. They're very versatile. You know, they can be used for like all kinds of things like macrame, the ends of like bracelets and necklaces. And plus, you know, the little paws are cute and the hearts are like adorable. You know, you could put like a paw, heart paw. You know, like I love paw, like it could be a cat or a dog or not a chicken. And the next item, it's this, guys, you get a pound of these guys. And I think if you have like children, you know, summer's coming, believe it or not, in a couple of months, I can't believe it, school will be out. This will be like a fun mix just to, you know, make stretch bracelets with, just like fun. Kids love color. And, you know, look at that. It's got the little butterflies and the flowers and just some really interesting patterns. And you get a pound of these. Well, that's a lot of beads. I mean, a pound. And then, okay, and these beads here, I thought they were acrylic because I know on my Instagram post I said they were either resin or acrylic, but I was wrong. They are glass. They're 8mm speckled glass. And you get 10 strands. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. So you get 10. Okay, so I guess it's 5 different colors and you get 2 strands of each color. And these are 8mm. And I used the brown one for my cute little chicken necklace. But they're really cool. The patterns is just really interesting. I really liked my favorite ones were the green and the brown ones, but you know, the other ones are like really beautiful too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just like, you know, have a like they just reminded me of like something. So the brown ones, what are they not there? Oh, let me see. Are they not in my 1, 2, 3? Why are they not there? Or do they just look different when they're close up? Is that right? Oh, I think I forgot to put them in the close-up beauty shot because they are, yeah, the brown and the green, yeah. But anyway, this is what they look like. I mean, they look like outer space. I mean, just depend on like, you know what you see in them. Really like cool, interesting beads. And then the last product that we have here is the repeat cord. And this one is 25 meters in total. This one is the 1mm version. I've used the 1.5, which I really liked. And this one is on clearance. Oh, so it's $18.75. So if you have brilliant cash and it's your birthday month, I know I do, and I haven't spent it, so maybe I'll get some of this stuff because I like it. And Rhonda, if you should check your account because you probably have brilliant cash as well because it is your birthday month. Anyway, I like this stuff. It's easy to melt. And I did have a tip for like taming the ends. If I have time and I remember, I will show you guys towards the end of the show. But anyway, those are all the products on today's show. Let's take a look again. I think I got everything. I did. And if you don't have a board, pick one up because I think you'll have so much fun. I mean, it is just so many things you can do with it. I just absolutely love it. All right, so that is everything for today. You know what? I am so bummed out because I had a special effect at the beginning of the show, and I don't think that it went through. So I'm going to play it again. So if you think it's the beginning of the show, it's not, because I wanted you guys to hear this because I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really funny. So I'm going to do this. Okay, it's only going to be like a couple of seconds, but I just thought I had like a rooster. But I don't think when the show actually started that it played, but isn't that cute? Anyway, here are the products on today's show, and then we'll get to the lesson. Okay, so first we have our birthday girl, Rhonda. Okay, I want to tell you about this bracelet. It was made for a 3-year-old little girl, and it's tiny. And it's so cute. It's got like the little ruby, but look at that. It's like a macrame. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, could you imagine having a bunch of cute little girls running around with like awesome bracelets? Very, very nice. And then next we have, let's see, we have Anne, Arizona. Ooh, this is a really pretty necklace. And I was wondering, okay, is this faux leather? Because I know that making those barrel knots is a little bit difficult with the thinner cord. So I was like looking at that. I'm like, that is so pretty. And I was just curious what stringing material you used. I know that, maybe in the front there, it's either wax jewelry cord or maybe like Eslon with the macrame bail part, but very, very pretty. It's got, God, it's got like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's got the oomph. And next, Sarah, North Carolina. Now, this is the triple macrame, and then this one is done with the Dalmatian jasper and Riverstone. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. It's got like the overhand knot thing and oh, look at the little bones. Oh my God. Okay, Dalmatian, get it? With the little bones. That is so cute, Sarah. Oh, that is adorable. Oh my God, someone that owns a Dalmatian would totally love this bracelet because it is so cute. And then next, Laura Lee. Okay, these necklaces, they're both like knotted. I mean, those little tiny beads are knotted. I think I have a close-up of that. So it's got which I love, anything that's like tiny knotted. I love it, love it, love it. And those cool pendants. It seems like you have a bunch of them. I wonder, it's piqued my curiosity because now I'm wondering, like, what does it symbolize? I know it's got to mean something because, I mean, I've seen them in your work in like silver and bronze, and I think maybe another color that's further down the slideshow, but very nice. It's got a real, like, I don't know, like an exotic look to it. And then next up, Sarah, North Carolina. Okay, this is the crochet. But this is the technique here is like the dangle, which I love. And I've been dying to make one. And I was telling Sarah that I just, I'm working on my new website right now. So that's kind of taking like that's more important right now. But I love it. Look how beautiful the beads are, the combination. I love this necklace. And Sarah, I was wondering what size the beads were, if they're 8, 10, 12. I don't know. By the looks of it, I don't know, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then I promised you guys like 2 weeks ago that I would put the bracelet on, the ankle bracelet that Laura Lee made because she was modeling it. But look how cute that is. And I think that's the half hitch, I believe. Very adorable. Woo! And next, Sarah, North Carolina. Okay, this was really cool. And actually, Sarah, I don't think I've ever done this with the crochet dangle with the space like that. I love it. You know what? I'm going to make one like that because usually I put like, just enough space so the beads don't touch. But don't quote me on that because a lot of times I've said, I've never done that. And then just to find out that I did, but I don't remember ever doing anything like this. And I think it is gorgeous and I can't wait to try it. Because one thing when you crochet the beads like this, it has more of a dangle look and it's really cool. Oh, and look at your pendant with is that wire wrapping? Oh my goodness. It looks almost like a shell, like, one of those, I don't know what you call them, those long skinny shells. Very pretty. Oh, I bet it is. So that it kind of matches with with your Nautilus. Beautiful. Look how those beads are pretty. Wow. And then Laura Lee, Florida. Oh, I like this pendant. And it's interesting, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I can't believe I'm saying this, I bought a necklace. You think I could make one, but yes, I bought a necklace. And the reason I bought it is because the arrangement in the front part of the necklace was very similar to what Laura Lee has here, where it was like the pendant, and then it had like another little thing offset, and then it had like little beads on to the left and to the right. And that's a really cool pendant. I think I have a close up here. It's a heart with it looks like a sword. Look how cute that is. 2 thumbs up. I love it. And then next we have Sarah, another dangle. This is, you know what? I think I actually have something that looks like, oh no, it's not crocheted. It's like, it's a different technique, but it's red, and I think they're gigantic coral beads. And you know, maybe I'll take it apart and do like something like this, because I really, really like it. And I'm wondering, Sarah, did you enjoy this technique? I mean, I mean, once you get it down, it's very like gratifying, because just being able to close the loops like that, it just gives the look, it's just a completely like different look, a different vibe, really nice. And plus this one's adjustable, bonus points. And then Laura Lee, Florida. Oh, okay. Here's that. I knew I'd seen a third version. I saw the silver, the bronze, and then this one. That is so cool. Look at, and this one looks like it's done with a smoky quartz. Look at that. Really, really cool. That is, I'm kidding you not. I want to know. I want to know what that pendant means. Very pretty. And then last we have an Arizona. This, when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. This must have taken, you must have used your flip bobbins for this, because when you're doing a macrame, and I think it's macrame, is it? Is it macrame? Yes, it looks like macrame. Then, you know, those flip bobbins that, you know, you get in your kit, you know, you can wrap your cords around them, and it makes the macrame easier, because the cords are just a lot shorter. Look how pretty the bail is. Oh my goodness. And I love the colors, the browns with that like a greenish with the blue, everything just like, it looks just absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, guys, that is our customer show for this week. And remember, if you have anything you'd like to send in, I'd love to have it on my show, and just email it to me, preferably the Tuesday before the show, at knotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. You know, I noticed there's I want to thank everyone that's on the show today. I noticed some new names. We have a Mylene, and we've got, I see a lot of people that haven't been here in a while. We've got Susanna, and I mean, we have people that are like here like every Thursday. Sarah, almost. Laura Lee, Michael. Hey Tess. Oh, you guys ought to check out Tess Barr. That woman can sing, and she has got one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. Check her out on YouTube. You won't be sorry. Plus, she has a vineyard, so if you want to visit her vineyard, you can do that too. Anyway, we're going to get to today's project, which is this necklace. Oh, you know, one thing that I always struggle with is when I get to the end part here, I do not like when this happens. This is, see that? It gets all bunched up, clustery, and it just doesn't lay right. So I just did a couple of examples here of what I don't like. So when I was making this, I just came up with a couple of, you know, it's the same thing when you're making anything. You just gotta come up with these teeny weeny, itty bitty little tweaks to the process that make a huge difference, and that is what I want to share with you today. But I also want to let you know that you know, you need like some kind of spacing in between the beads. I mean, you could do something that's evenly spaced like this, or you can do just a bunch of knots in between to get about the same space. I was aiming for 1/2 inch and 4 knots using the cord that I'll tell you about in just a second, which is this one. I'll get more into that in a minute. So 4 knots in between gave me that about that 1/2 inch look. So you can do it either way. It really doesn't matter. But I used the 0.9 wax jewelry cord, but I had to double it because when I put the bead on and I tied the knot, the cord was too thin, so I had to double it. So if you are not familiar with the how I double my cords for knotting, what I do is I take my cord, I fold it in half, and then I put fishing line with a needle on the end. It just makes like getting the beads on, and you could actually get beads on that you couldn't get on before. It's a really fantastic thing to have in your studio. And so this necklace is like 3 like separate like parts. It's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. For each like strand, I measured out, let's see, probably, I just kind of actually, I just kind of like stretched my arms out twice, once and twice, because I didn't want to get into like, like micromanaging the project, like, oh my God, I need the exact, I mean, sometimes I get that way where I just want to know the exact number of thread, but I thought this time I'm just going to just jump right in each of the, like rungs, so to say, about 2 arms length, and then a leadered needle. The one thing I want to do before I get into that, because I don't want to run out of time, because I always do it, I never get to finish the back part of the necklace, is I'm going to put this part aside, and we are going to construct this part first, and then after we do our knotting, okay, this is the part we're going to do, the part that's going to become the macrame slide knot. So I have 2 rings. Should I go so? See, I don't know what pendant I'm going to put on this one. I guess I'll go with the silver ones. And I am going to use the repeat cord in black, because I think it matches with this particular, bead. So let's get this off. And I'm not going to do it like here on the show, but if your cord is kinked like this, you can take a flat iron. I set mine to 350, and you just run it down, and all these kinks just come right out. Okay, so the knot that I'm going to use to attach the ring is the moose knot. So let's get this on. You need probably about maybe like, I don't know, like 3 or 3.5. I'm going to go for 3.5 inches of cord. So I'm going to take this. Let me scoot in a little bit. And let's see, because this cord is like super fluffy, I'm going to use a plastic needle to help get it through. So I'm going to come in once, twice. You know what? I think I need a little bit more. Let's see. Well, I'm going to go more like 4.5 to 5 inches, because sometimes you can like sort of like tweak it just so you don't waste any more cord than necessary. So I'm going to come in here, and now I'm going to do 1 and 2. I'm going to put this through the eye of the needle, just like that, and then I'm going to pull it through. And I'm going to tighten this down. I wonder, my studio is very loud today, guys, because across the street there is, I don't know if it's a carnival or something. So if you guys hear a bunch of racket, it's not coming from my house. I mean, it's coming from my house, kind of, sort of, but I'm not the one making the noise. So when you melt this, you just want to just do it real quick, because this cord is, it melts very, very quickly. And let's see what the length was that I put on each of these. I'm going to go for I'm going to go for 10 inches just to be on the safe side on this one here. So let's cut. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other ring. So let's get that on. Yeah, I think they're having like a fun run or something like that. Just, I guess, and the music is loud. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and then do this. And when I finish this side, I'm going to add the slide knot, but the slide knot is going to be made with a different... See, this is what happens when you try to conserve stringing material. I'm just going to... Sometimes it's... If you're trying to be like, if it's a time thing, then I don't know. Maybe it's just use the extra cord and then just like get the job done quicker. Okay, so let's get this side done and pull. You got, everyone here knows about the beautiful moose knot, right? Okay. Yeah, Mylene, right? You know, Mylene, if you have anything you want to send in, we would love to have it. Oh my gosh, we'd like to see, I'd like to see what people are doing, what people are making. Okay, so now we've got both of, oops, we got both of these. I'm gonna bring this out. I'm gonna trim it. And okay, I'm not gonna use the same cord for the macrame slide knot. I'm going to use a faux leather in the half mil because it's very soft and supple, and it's not going to like abrade the cord. So I'm going to come in here. Oh, in case I didn't mention what I'm doing, I'm crisscrossing the ends over. So I'm going to take these guys like this and then just crisscross them like that. So I'm going to get this side here and then take another clip and clip this one here. Okay. And now probably about maybe 18 inches of cord, because I'm going to make this slide knot a little bit longer than usual because I don't even know how to explain it. Because it's slippery cord. But the thing is, you can either make it short and tight or long and not so tight. And you know what? Maybe, let's see, is this a squishy cord? Yeah, you know what? Okay, this cord, you could feel it. It's like it's squish. This one, the faux leather is denser. I don't know if the cord is, it's like, if you think about a feather pillow versus like one that's made out of foam, you know, the feather pillow, it's squishier, so you don't want to put the knot like so tight that you can't like slide. Does that make any sense? Like, yeah, I don't even know if that's exactly the way to explain it. But the more you work with different kinds of stringing materials, the better you get at like just right off the bat knowing what to use and when. You know what, Jenny, that's a good question. When I did that, when I made this necklace, this is actually faux leather. I meant to put the repeat cord, but I just completely forgot. I just completely spaced out. So this is this is a 1 millimeter faux leather. And then the sliding knot is made with a 0.5 millimeter faux leather. But faux leather is perfect for this this end part as well. So I mean, you have choices. I just thought I'd use it because I have it here, and you know it's on clearance. I just think that maybe you guys would really like it. Okay, I think that's okay. Then always test it to see if it's got oh, that's perfect. Because sometimes they're not they just don't feel like they're going to hold the piece very well. So I'm going to come in here, trim this. And then when we're almost to the main part of the necklace. So and that part should be pretty easy, but I'm going to share the other tip I have. Okay, now on the ends of these, oh, my bead's not big enough. What to do? Huh. You know what? Let me see what I have in my large whole bead stash. Maybe these white guys here. Okay, this cord, you know, I might as well show you because And I showed this a couple of weeks ago. This cord is famous for just like popcorn, gonna fluff out, and sometimes it's hard to get beads in. So what I did, let's see if it works again, because it worked the last time. I took, let me see here, just a piece of Eslon. I just want to like soften it up a bit. Okay, let's see if it works. I made an overhand knot. I think a couple of you actually tried this and said it was pretty, it worked. So I'm going to tie just an overhand knot around, because I've tried everything with this cord, and this is the only thing that worked. So I tie an overhand knot on here. I'm going to bring it towards the end, like that. Okay, let's see if, I'm scared. I'm going to light it and then pull it. And what it does is see how it worked. Oh my goodness. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Gina. See, it did the job. Perfect. It's not fluffing, it's sealed. Now we can get our bead on this side. If you guys want me to do that again, I will. Whoa, that was so cool. So glad it worked. I was afraid that it wasn't. Because, you know, like you could do something all day long and it works. And then when you want to like show it to people, it just doesn't work anymore. Okay, so I'm going to do this side. Let's see, is that side fluffed out? Maybe it's, come on. Go. Okay, perfect. So that is the tip for the, let's see, do it again. Okay, I'll do it again. Let's reenact the problem. Okay, so it's fluffed out, horrible, can't get the bead through, just, it's pretty a gentle motion. So I just took a piece of Eslon, and you have to kind of soften up the Eslon a little bit. Okay, so you make just an overhand knot with the Eslon, and then you put it on, oops, just like that, not too tight. Ta-ta. And then you take a lighter, light it, and then pull it. And what oh my God, that is fantastic. Oh, freight check. Ooh, man, I could do this all day long, because for the longest time, I think that was my biggest problem with this cord, but not anymore. Okay, let's get this side done. Let's get that side, and then we're going to get on with the necklace part. Okay. I probably could have done a better job there, but okay, so this part's done. Okay, so I want to talk about the middle part. So when you like string your beads on, okay, let me get my leadered needle with the cord. Did I drop it? Oh no, it's here. Okay, this is interesting, because this is what you need to do. This one has a moose knot, so you need beads on both sides. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to string on 8 or 10. So where are my beads? Beads. And you'll see why in just a second. Because you need to get the beads on before you make the moose knot. Because if you have the leadered needle on one side and you make a knot on the middle, then you won't be able to get the beads on the other side. So I'm gonna let's see. And this you know, the length, you know, will vary depending on how long you want your necklace to be. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many did I say I was going to put on there? 8? I'll just throw a couple of more. Okay. So we have this side. See, I'm bringing it all the way down. I'm going to tie a knot on this end just so the beads don't fall off. And now I'm going to fold the cord in half and then attach the pendant. So, okay, so this is about the middle. I'm not being like fanatical with the measurement because I know that I measured more than I needed. I'll do this one because I am out of chicken pendants, but it ended up being like really cute. So here is the pendant right in the middle of the cord. And now I'm going to attach it with the moose knot. So I'm going to clip this here. This and a peg, a pin and a clip an inch apart. That's how I do my moose knots. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take a peg. I'm going to use a peg for this. So I'm going to come in here. And when you do your moose knot, you could like wrap around as many or as few times as you want. I'm going to go 1, 2, and put this in through. I love making moose knots. It's such a pretty knot. Let's get this through here and pull. And now you'll see where I'm going with this in just a second. Okay, so perfect. And then the slider down. Ooh. Beautiful. See that? It looks so good. Isn't that like, this is way cleaner looking than like an overhand knot, you know, like right in the middle here. Okay, so we have this side with the beads. Ta-ta. And now we are going to put the other beads. Should we do it that way or that way? You know what, let's just, maybe I'll just do the knotting on this side first, and then I'll attach the beads. Whoops. The way that I do, let me clean this up a bit because it's a bit messy. You know, a lot of you know that I do my knotting backwards. So let's see. Let's do this. So I'll clip this here, and I hope you could see what I'm, oh my goodness. Oh, can you? No. And if you are not doing your knotting backwards, you are missing out because it is so fast. Can you guys, oh my goodness. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So like right here, that works. Okay. So I have the bead here like this, and you just flip. Oh my goodness. I don't see the thing about this technique, it takes up a lot of like space. So you just flip your like pendant and bead through the hole like that. And then you just like pull it towards you. I'll get like better control in just a second because I need to rearrange my space because this is not working. Okay, so right there, let me make more space. Maybe I can zoom out a bit. Okay, so right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 4 knots in between. So there's a 1, 2, and the other strands, the first 2 strands, it's exactly like this, but I didn't, let me get this little thing over. I just didn't do a moose knot. So it's just like basically, see the strands with 4 knots in between, or if you prefer, you can use like a knotting tool, like the Beadle-On spacer thing to get spaces if you prefer the spaces. I'm just giving you options. So you just come in here and you just do the your knots just like that. See how easy it is? Once you get like set up, it's very, very quick and easy. And one thing I found, okay, I'll tell you, after I did both versions, because I did like one that had knots like this, and then one that was like that had like supposedly evenly spaced knots. Wax jewelry cord is not exactly the best cord to do evenly spaced knots on. I just want to put that out there. Silk is great. Like Eslon is good, but this one, not so much. And the reason is oh, and another thing you could do to really tighten the knot is just pull it apart. The reason is because the it's a very squishy cord, because you've got to remember it's a stringing material that has what I call a free floating additive, which is the wax. And since the wax isn't like an integrated part of the stringing material, it will wear off over time. And it just, because if you've ever had like any kind of bracelet that you worn for a long time, that was made, ooh, what is happening? That was made with this stuff, ooh, what did I do? I am trying to talk and do this at the same time. You'll know that it gets like, it loses the wax, and it's like a completely different like stringy material. It's really weird. Oh, and another thing, these beads, they kind of like, some of them are like stuck together. So I just take you don't want to do that. I didn't notice that it was, you know, the, what was I going to say? I didn't notice that those two were stuck together. So preferably don't separate them when they're on the string, because I've done that, and guess what happened? I just like chopped right through the cord. I'm gonna stop here on this one, because I think I'm gonna like, am I doing okay on time? But you just keep doing this until you get the number. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 4 and 4 on each side, because I want to show you guys how to like finish the rest. So just flip it, and see how I'm holding it like really carefully, and then I'm pulling it back towards me. I hope you got it. Repeat cord melts really nice because it's recycled plastic. Yes. You know, and it's interesting about the, man, I just like learned a lot about like recycled materials and synthetics, because, and it kind of makes sense, because a couple of months ago, I had this extremely soft, like blanket, and I washed it, and big mistake, in warm water, and I dried it on warm. That type of material, like anything synthetic like that, it melts so quickly and so easily that my soft blanket was no longer soft. So it just made me have a new respect for like synthetics. And then it got me wondering, like, well, maybe, you know, if you wear it on a hot day, is it gonna melt right on my body? Because that stuff, I mean, the heat was just so mild. Okay, I'm going to do one more here, and then I'm going to, let's put this on, and I'll tell you, let's see, I don't think I need this side anymore. Okay, so I'm going to put the beads that I'm going to be attaching on this side. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 4. Maybe I'll swipe them from this side, because I'll show you how to like fill in the gap. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to swipe these, because I'm not going to use them. I did 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My finger is slippery. Sorry for all the Band-Aids. Probably, you know, honestly, I think the Band-Aids look worse than the actual, like, problem. So, I don't know. I was making something. I don't know what the heck. I cut myself, and I thought, like, oh no. Then I went and put a Band-Aid on it, and I went back to what I was doing, and I cut myself with the exact same thing that I cut myself with before. It was like ridiculous. I was just like, oh my God, I better quit. And okay, so let me just do this side real quick. So let's chat. Um, you could do this to get extra tightness. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm a little slow today because my finger is like in the way. Two. I mean, and another thing you could do, because the knots don't have to be like so perfect. I mean, you could, another thing you could do is just like hook it on a post and flip it over and then just bring it over and just make sure that this part is like touching and then pull it. So that's another way you could do it. And I don't recommend this way for like thin threads, but this is like super thick. And it just, see it right there? See how I got that loop and then I'm pulling with my other hand. So that's another way you could do this. Just hook it on, flip it under, and pull it over. And then take this, and then since it's that first knot, just come over here and pull. So either way works. So let me finish here, flip it, and pull it down. Okay, let me zoom out so you can see this. Okay, there's 2. 3. So you have options when you're doing this. Boom, boom, boom. So there you go. See that? Perfect. Okay, so I've got 3 down, 2 more to go. Oh, I think I'm doing good on time. And one thing that okay, if you're like wondering like what are you doing, girl? Okay, put the knot. And then every once in a while I'll just like tighten this one, but not always, because why? I don't know. Squish up and tighten. The colored, oh yeah, you know what? I do have a lot of faux. I love that stuff. I have so many different colors, and I like it for like making like little fluffer things. It's fantastic. I wish Sandra sold kits for some of her design. Like, you know what, Joan? Me too. Why don't I sell kits? Maybe someday I will. I mean, the area that I have problems with is like if it has like a focal or a pendant, somebody might not like it. That's where I run into the like problem. Or you know, if it's like if it like symbolizes something, then you know it will only be like attractive to like certain people. So I do want to do that though, because I would love to do that. Because I mean, when I started, like, I mean, once in a while, like, I started making candles, for example, and and I really needed a kit because I thought there is no way, I don't know what I'm doing. So the kit was very, very handy. Yeah, you know what, that's a good idea. Okay, so this side's done. Okay, so now let's get this off and get to this part here. Okay, so what I did was I made, okay, this side is 9.5 inches. The next one down is 2 inches longer. I think that's the trick to making it work. So this one is 11.5 inches. Let's see, is that right? From here to there, yes. So we've got 1 and 2. And now for this next one, what I did, just so I didn't have a bunch of like extra beads coming up the side, I just did this thing where I go, when I do this, it's like the overhand knot, right over left, left over right. But you got to keep a track. So here's 4, 5, 6, and actually one thing, if I like to work standing up, so I'll just kind of like hold it like like right over here, because here's my tabletop and I'm pressed against it, and I'll just like hold it and tie. How many of you like work standing up? I'm very curious. Does anybody else make their jewelry standing up? I'm either sitting on the floor or standing up, but I don't I rarely ever sit at a table. I don't think I could do that. And I just keep making these until it like fills like the length that I need all the way. But since I don't want to run out of time, okay, I am just going to do this next side here. Let's see if I can press this up. And this was kind of sort of like a technique that I showed a couple of, let's see, right over left, left over, just keep going. Ooh, Rhonda, really? Wow. Like outside? Okay, just keep going. And this, when you do this, you do these knots like that, we did this was a whole entire bracelet project with, I think, on leather a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so let's keep going. Ooh, it's 10:51. I'm going to speed it up. Okay, I kind of like abbreviated this part, guys, because I didn't want to run out of time. But, you know, you would make it to where it's not exactly to the 2 inches longer. Only in that you want this part, and I'll show you right here. Okay, so this is the long strand right here. See how big the gap is? I mean, and that is why you don't have that gigantic cluster, which drives me nuts, like right in here. So you just keep doing this part. And so I'm gonna like stretch it out. And you keep looking 11 and a half, 12 and a half, 13. Okay, so you're gonna keep going until each side, let's see, 13 and a half divided by 2. I'm not a math person. I have to use my calculator. 13.5 divided by 2. 6.75 inches. So from the middle here to here, so it'll have to be about that long. Okay. I'm going to pretend like it's that long because I have only 8 minutes left. So I'm going to clip this. You know what? I'll just, how do I handle this situation? You know, I'm just going to put I'll just put an overhand knot right there. Right there. Okay, that's, what did I say? 6.75. Yeah. Okay, then on this side. And another thing about this cord, you always want to like keep stretching it while you're knotting because it has a tendency to really like expand. So, because the first necklace that I made, it was 8 inches, and then I stretched it out and it turned into a whopping 10 inches. And I was so bummed out because it needed to be the 8 inches. But so if you keep kind of like pulling like the whole time, then and stretching it, then you'll be like good to go. Okay, now for we're going to attach this part. Okay, so let's get this right here, and we're going to take all 3 of our endings that we made. Let's see. I kind of try to keep them lined up in the order, like, okay, here's the shortest, the middle one, and then the long one. Then you want to match up all the endings. So what I'd like to do is put my nail on there and just kind of like pull each of those, kind of pull, pull, and then take a ring, and I'm going to do the macrame binding knot. And so you'll basically do the same thing to, oh my goodness, I can't use this finger. You do the same thing to each of the sides, and then you're done. But the important thing is, like right in here, you don't, oh, see, those are already out of alignment. You can just like pick your distance. I'm just going to go with right now. Oh, come on, get straight. Right there, probably about an inch or so. But you can make it match the other side. So I'm going to clip this. Keep your fingers like holding this because you need to get a clip and clip all these together so that they don't get out of alignment. And now we need to put a macrame binding knot right in here. So I'm going to use, I'm going to get some of these like up, just, okay, that's good. Now I am going to use this one. And normally I would make it like longer, but we are, oh my God, 4 minutes. I'm just going to do real like quick and dirty, guys. So do this like about an inch. So I'm going to go top, bottom. I'm just going to do 4, bottom and top. I'm just going to make it, but make it, do yours, when you do yours, make it nice and like long. I'll do one more. Okay. Thread zapper. I highly recommend getting like a thread zap. These things are really handy. So you want to like do yours all the way to the end. Maybe I'll just like do this one all the way to the end, and I'm just going to leave it at, do the same thing to both sides. Normally, okay, when I do my macrame binding knots, I usually use the 0.5 version of this, but since this one's longer, I'll use the 0.9 because the longer it is, the safer it is to go like thicker. So we burn this one off. Okay. If I didn't answer any of your questions, because it's really like hard to like do this and like look at my computer. If you have any questions that I missed, email me and I will answer them. And then you do the exactly the same thing to the other side. So let's just get it on there. Oh my, I can't believe I did that. Oh my, ha ha ha. I was supposed to put that on that, but you know what? That's okay. Just don't make that same mistake I made. Put it on your thing. But you know what? Not all is lost because I could always do that part again. I can't believe that happened. Oh, I think it's because I'm used to always like doing the that part last. So you basically do the same thing. You line this part up and then string on your ring, which of course should be this one here. But you know, since I already messed up, I'm gonna go with this one so that way I don't have to sacrifice the entire necklace. But at least I showed you like how to like get the back end done, because I always run out of time to do that. And the way I get these aligned here, I mean, there's so many different ways you could put this ring in there and then line up the beads like that. Perfect. You know, you just use one as a reference, and then you do your macrame binding knot here, and then this is how it should look. Just like that. Do you guys have any questions? Oh my, let me see if I have time for any questions. I've got 30 seconds left. Let's see. Anyway, I think my time is up. I want to thank you guys for joining the show today. And as promised, I guess this is for Pat because, you know, she needs a little pick-me-up. or anyone else that does. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next Thursday. Thank you for joining today's show. And here is like the